I'm like shaking from that drive. That is so steep. That was a scary drive. Meaning can't turn the car on. So we're now stuck out the bush. Out here exploring about an hour since we left camp, and we sort of took a few tracks in the area. Just using the GPS on my phone. I got that Gaia GPS map. I downloaded all the maps for this area before I came, but I spotted this track that was came down to the junction of the rivers here. It was actually super steep all the way down there, and it gets a little bit of use. Obviously people do come down here, and you sort of come to this spot down here where you can camp. Got a massive swimming hole. There's some rapids over there. Might go have a swim in a minute. Then there is a track over the other side too, but I don't think you can get between them. So many tracks like this out here in this national park that sort of drop down to various river spots. We just thought we'd check this one, sort of check a different one each time you come out, just do some exploring. There's a bit of a drive out here, but awesome spot. It does take a little bit of effort to get here, but it is a pretty awesome spot. So it's where the Bobo River meets the Little Nimboida River. So this is the Bobo River here coming in. I'm pretty sure it's called that, and there's the Little Nimboida River over there, and where we're parked is just back up there. And then you got this awesome rapids here. It's actually getting so hot today, it's going to swim here to cool off. And then there's another track up out that way, which is another one that comes down and meets this junction here as well. And you could nearly cross the river there. Like, it's about waist deep, but there's a hole. You just got to navigate between the rocks. You could drop in and out, but there's no way down here from that side. See, that track leads straight down to it, but this one doesn't. Would have been awesome if we could sort of cross that creek and then head up out the other way. We'll have to just go back the way we came. So refreshing. When the weather's like this, I just want to stop for a swim every couple of hours. This is our next stop. It was only a few k's from where we had that swim, and down the end of that track you had that steep climb all the way back out, back onto the main road, turn left, and then this is Mobong Falls where we are now. I've never been here before, but you drive across up the top of the creek there, just parked up there, and then the waterfall sort of drops down there, down between the rocks and all the way down there. It's a long way down. It is a cool spot. It'd be good if you could get down the bottom there or something, but it's just kind of from the top you can see it all, and you can look back up in there. These are just places that you're never ever gonna know about unless you come out here driving around and exploring. It's just, I spotted on my map that I'm using, the Gaia GPS just said Mobong Falls. I was like, oh well, we'll drive down there and see what it is. But just like so many spots that are not on the tourist map or anything out these places that you come across. Like, how's that? We've left that Mobong Falls and we're sort of coming all the way out of that area and we're on our way to this cool old railway bridge. Pretty hectic, you can walk out along it, big drop down below you and you're out over the river. Come in the back way, just something different. We just come through a couple like awesome tracks, but we've got this pretty interesting river crossing to get across, which is got a bit of depth in spots. It's a big like rocks and just got to drop down off the bank here. Now I'm going to be real slow, pick my line through here. What a beautiful spot down here on the river. Alright, you going out, Kai? How cool is this? Mega bridge, part of the old, well, it's part of the old Dorrigo to Glenray railway line.
How many times do I have to tell you what Nan's gonna do?
Nan's gonna have a heart attack. Well, if Nan, if you're watching, Kai didn't actually go out on it. Wink wink. We found this bridge a few years back on one of our trips. Such an awesome like thing that you can just access and walk out over the river. Definitely don't want to come up here if you're afraid of heights.
Hey, don't show them, my god, Nan's still gonna kill you. Don't show that I'm on it.
Okay, well I won't put you in it.
Yeah, oh, Nan's literally 30.
Murder me.
You come here.
Right out in the middle now. Such a long drop, you can just see the river and the water way down there below you. Not much here to stand on. Awesome view though. I'm just filming on the GoPro. I didn't want to lug the massive camera out here. One last stop today before we go and find camp somewhere, which I have no idea where we're camping, but we'll work that out after. But quick stop at Bangalore Falls. Been in a few times now, but I wanted to come down for a swim and make the most of the day. Too bad the sun is gone, but still pretty cool spot here. This is a cool waterfall, this one. You got that flow at the top and it flows all the way down there to the rocks and you just sort of make your way down. There's a big swimming pool hole down the bottom there as well. So refreshing. Now we need to go find ourselves somewhere to camp tonight. Found ourselves a camp spot under the power lines. Obviously isn't ideal, but it's only for one night. It's just kind of a spot here at the end of the track. We were driving around a bit, but couldn't really find much, and it's sort of getting dark now. We didn't want to just keep driving around, just pull up here for a quick camp tonight. We just grabbed a bit of firewood and we'll get a fire going here. After that camp on the power lines last night. Didn't really film anything this morning. It was all just kind of pretty basic, but we headed on out of there and we've sort of, just been cruising around. So I went to the shops, did a couple of different things, got some fuel, and then we headed out to Sherwood State Forest, Conglomerate State Forest, Wedding Bells State Forest. I don't know, it's just sort of like this. Kai's looking at me here like I'm a clown. It comes under a few different names, but this massive area here out behind Woolgoolga. We're out here doing some exploring and try and find a few four-wheel drive tracks to do, because I haven't done much four-wheel drive in the last few days. Pretty keen to hit some tracks. I've got a couple in mind out here, and then we're going to camp out somewhere here tonight. There's a few nice lookout camps out here, so I might try and find one of them somewhere, but it is also the long weekend, so I'll have to see how we go. Come across this pretty interesting hill climb just off the side of the road here that we're gonna give a crack. Very steep, got a couple holes and ruts in it. We'll go first gear low. Actually, we'll quickly stop, put that rear locker in. There's a hole here at the start that I've got to get through.
What about first gear high?
No way. I just sort of held that bit of power then because I don't think I was going to crawl it. How's that? Yeah, well, that's crazy, bro. I know, right? I had one wheel in the air there and I was like hanging off it and I nearly rolled it. Alright, that's me up. I'm not sure where the track goes after that, but we'll find out. Dad's going to have a crack at coming up now. Okay, going. Yeah, now turn in. Yeah. Then back up. This is a super fun hill climb. This one, it's just like ruts and rocks and holes to navigate. This one is off Anderson's Mountain Road. We turned onto that off Plum Pudding Road, first left. Nice hill climb all the way up here. We've got a nice little rocky hill climb here with a couple of decent bloody steps in it. Oh, there you go. There's a couple of rocks where that step was. I had to just pick them perfectly. We may have a bit of a problem with Pa's car being broken.
What? His car is broken.
Well, let's go down and see if we can help him. So after that hill climb, which is just there, Dad went to go up it and his car wouldn't turn on. The automatic gear stick was stuck. The selector seems to have broke or something. It won't go into park or drive or anything. It's just jammed, meaning can't turn the car on. So we're now stuck out the bush. I reversed back down, but I can hear him now. He came out here quick. Got a guy, put something up on Instagram, a guy sort of raced out here to come help us, so we'll see how we go. So we've managed to pull everything, because basically the pin or gear selector or something had gone, so it was stuck in like drive. You couldn't get it back to park to start it. I don't know, couldn't get anything to move in there, so couldn't start the car, because it needs to be in park to drive it, to start the car. It needs to be in park to start the car, not drive it. But we pulled all that off and fiddled around and managed to get it into park and start it. And now it's working, but it only has reverse and neutral. So he's reversed and he's turned around. We're gonna head back down all this hill we came up in neutral and just try and roll it all the way out of here. And I'm not sure what we're gonna do after that, but at least we're getting somewhere.
So it doesn't drive anymore?
No.
I feel like we haven't made it any better.
Well, no, because the car's running. So he could reverse it and turn it around and then roll it down the hill with the car running, so at least that way he has full brakes and steering and everything. Anyways, while we're doing this, I went to a cool waterfall this morning, Battery Falls, and I got some footage of that, so I'll chuck that in now. Here's a nice waterfall from earlier today when things are a little easier, and then we'll check back in soon and see what we're up to out here in the bush in reverse and neutral. Dude, this is why we couldn't find it. Because look, there's just like a road with nothing, and we're parked up on the side of the road there. We've pulled up on the map where it says the waterfall is, got out of the car, heard it, walked down the road trying to find a track, and that's why. Does anyone even go to this waterfall? There's a smashed sign there that says Battery Falls 200 meters, and there's the path. This was a mission to find. It was only that I just pretty much pulled up right on my GPS where it says it was, got out of the car and heard a waterfall, and then walked up and down the road and saw that smashed over sign, this bare track down through the bush. But we're going to Battery Falls to have a swim because it's hot. We want to swim, and this looks like a beautiful place I've never been. But I've seen a picture of it and oh man, it looks good. How cool is that spot? Well, we found it. Battery Falls, out in the middle of nowhere. That is one cool waterfall. Now this is a good waterfall. How's that? Massive falls all the way up front the top there, big waterfall all coming down the cliff there, and we've got a massive swimming hole down the bottom. It's going to be good to swim in there. Woo, that's fresh. Got really nice. Oh, this is like just a little pool hole in the ground up the top of the waterfall. A little one coming down, just like a big hole here. We just came into Glen Ray Recreation Ground last night. We just camped here. Tomo, who helped us, he camped over there, but they've gone off exploring today. Had a bit of a look at Dad's car, but yeah, it seems unfixable. I'll show you what happened inside. Everything's just gone in here. We can't get it into drive. Can't really do anything there. He's been on the phone to the NRMA, the mechanic and that, and gone through everything. The mechanic said better off just getting it on a tow truck. He doesn't think there's any point in him coming out. He won't be able to fix it. Given that what they've already tried, he reckons it's something down like in underneath. So given that, he's getting it on a tow truck back to Coffs. It is a Sunday of the long weekend, so can't get looked at today or tomorrow. Have to wait till Tuesday. He's going to get picked up, taken home back to port. It's only a couple of hours away, which isn't too bad, and then kind of keep going. That's the trip over for Dad, unfortunately. Okay, Dad is on a tow truck out of here. That's him gone. He's heading home. So it's just Kai and I now. From Glenray Showground, we're heading out the back of Nana Glen to do some exploring out there. There's a few cool caves to check out apparently. So Tomo, who helped us last night, he's showed me a few spots, a couple of cool caves, bit of old mining machinery and that out here to check out possibly, and a waterfall that you got to hike up the river to get to. So that should be good fun because it's hot today. So hike up the river and get to swim.
It's goddamn hot. We just went on a cave and it's cold in the cave. You sweat when you eat dinner.
Dude, look, I was sweating.
Yeah, you sweat when you eat goddamn dinner.
Yeah, classic me. First stop is this cave next to the road. Go in, see if we can find gold. It's an old gold mining cave, I think. We got the ultimate torches.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones Explorer.
Oh, yeah, remember Kai and Tyler, Raiders of the Lost Cave?
Yeah, that's us. Who's going, you or me?
Yeah. We're going.
It goes so far, come have a look. Dude, this tunnel is humongous. So far. This cave is so cool. I've never been in a cave this deep. I don't even know how far it goes. We're already like 100 meters down it. We're coming across some bats now.
Imagine if Mum was in this cave.
Imagine. Bats.
Killer bats. Where the hell are the bats?
On the wall there.
Where?
There is bats on the wall. Watch out, Kai, they'll get you.
That's so low.
Bat! Ah! Bat behind you!
Ah! One's coming.
Oh, bats keep nearly whacking me in the head.
Yeah, one ducked like right here. One ducked about where my wand is. No, about here. One landed back in its old position. Ugh! What if it poops on me?
Made it. That was fun.
Yeah.
Wow, something was actually fun. That was pretty cool. You walked so far up in there, just came to a dead end in the end, but a fair few bats and stuff up there.
Well, what are you supposed to come to?
A gold mine. So beautiful and peaceful out here in this bush. Haven't seen anyone else out here. Does get a bit of use to these tracks. We made it to this little creek here, and pretty sure we walk up there about half hour to the waterfall. It's a bit of a walk, maybe a K or so. You're just rock hopping along and see if we can find it. This walk's so cool, like up along this creek, beautiful area. There's heaps of little waterfalls and spots along the way as well. We'll keep going, I don't know, maybe nearly halfway towards the big one up the end. I see it.
This is the longest 900 meters.
We found it. Well, it was a bit further than what I said on the map, so it's probably like 1200 meters. What an awesome spot that was out here in the middle of the forest up the creek. Just like this big open sunny clearing there. So it's like luscious rainforest all around it, which is just beautiful, and this big waterfall coming down into a swimming hole there. Water was so nice. Definitely worth the hike up here. There's a bit of distance, probably 1.3 k's or something, maybe 1.2, and it took us about an hour. sort of rock hopping up along the creek. We went pretty slow. We'll try and go a bit faster on the way back. What a day though. How's this weather? Okay, well, we're back onto the tracks. This is Perseverance, this one. Perseverance track trail road, something up into like Sherwood, up into the Sherwood Cliffs and that. Never done this track before, but recommended it, and wow, it is steep. That was a bloody fun hill climb, that one. That's got some proper Coffs Harbour steepness to it. I don't know if we're up the top yet. I think we kind of might be. Maybe some more, we'll see what else happens. But from here we're going to head over to Lionel's Loop. Then I'm going to meet Mitch in his Hilux. He's going to drive Lionel's Loop with us this other. We're at the first obstacle on Lionel's, which is quite an interesting one. There's a monster hole here and then a big step up past it. I'm not quite sure. Don't really know how to do it. No, that's not going to climb that step. Can try go in the hole and up this. There's that step up there. It's quite high, it's quite a big step, and then you got a big hole down there as well. Yeah, it wouldn't. I tried to climb just straight up both steps, it wouldn't do it, so I came over the side and sort of angled it up. Definitely a big clunky in the front. That rock's just kicked up under you, it's just on your rear bar. It's kicked up in there. Oh, right. Yeah, so you probably can't really go back. Can you just go winch only? Yeah. Because that rock had kicked up in such a bad spot, it meant that Mitch could not go backwards and he couldn't continue driving forward, so we had to pull the winch out to pull him up over that step. And then Mitch has since figured out what that horrendous noise was coming from the front of his car. It was actually his upper control arms were stuffed. Mitch isn't off to the greatest start on the track. Had to winch up the first obstacle there. Got stuck on that climb, and then that big rock in the hole flicked up and jammed on his rear bar, meaning he couldn't go backwards to realign, so I just had to winch him out. Plus, there's a horrible noise coming from the front end of his car, which doesn't know what that is either. He had it looked at the other day, and they reckoned he's had both CVs replaced recently, and then they also reckoned that his suspension shock in the front end was loose, so he had that tightened, and they filled around, did a few things, but still making a horrible noise from the front, so you have to keep trying, I guess. Okay, so fires, coronavirus, then breaking down car week. Yeah, breaking down car week. Four-wheel drives are one of those, like, just you get noises and it drives you insane. You want to just, I don't know, you want to get mad. these are some monster wombat holes here.
I don't care about your fans.
In the angles. Wow.
Don't even want some.
Jeez, we're nearly gonna roll. It's just rear lock around and let the car idle through it. You need either a hell of a lot of suspension travel or a locker to get you through this stuff. We've got wheels going up everywhere. Made it to camp just after the sun's gone down. Unfortunately, it was a beautiful sunset with that sun coming through the trees we were driving. The campsite at the end of Lionel's loop was taken. There was a group out there, so we quickly shot back off that track. Mitch went home, and then we came around to the Glenray Cliffs and up to like the little lookout here, little lookout view along this road here, and we just found ourselves a spot for the night. Such an awesome spot up here though. That wind ended up dropping off about 8 or 9 o'clock last night, and it was just super peaceful. Woken up to just peaceful, beautiful morning this morning. This spot we have here is sort of the main trig point. This is the highest point in the area. That's the little trig tower there. Coffs is just one of those places. It's amazing how many different things you can do in Coffs, from sort of tropical rainforest, waterfalls, pristine creeks, through to tough tracks and all this different sort of dry sandstone foresty areas, like just tough tracks spread throughout this area everywhere, waterfalls, and then you don't have to go far at all and you're at the beaches, just all within sort of an hour and a half of Coffs. Just an insane amount of places. And this is probably my 4th or 5th time filming Coffs area. Weren't really planning on coming here this trip, but this is where we ended up. And most of the stuff we're doing out here I've never done before. Just more and more places each time you come. How's this view from up here? Looking down over the whole valley. Sort of Nana Glen down through there. And then Glenray's up over that way over there. So refreshing. Now we need to get firewood. Coffs is just one of those places. It's just like